Broadcasting live from Youngville, North Carolina and Ontario, Canada. This is Got Mead Live, a weekly show where Vicky Rowe and AJ Aramutz bring you the mead news, meadery info, and mead-making discussions from all over, talking with mead makers, mead owners, industry mavens, and influencers. This is Got Mead Live, a weekly podcast about mead and the people who love it and where the mead world is going. And now here are your hosts, Got Mead owner Vicky Rowe and mead and wine maker AJ Aramutz.
From the den of the puppies of the apocalypse in northern Michigan, the bunny pen in Ottawa, Canada, and the palatial retirement estate soon to have an extra shed in Minnesota, it's Got Mead Live. Welcome to the show. Tonight we are talking with Kris Pruitt, and Karen's there, but she's sitting in the back working. Hi, Karen. And at Kold Prairie Mead out in Colorado. So we're going to be digging into what they've been up to and how things have changed since they went pro. And in the meantime, though, I want to say thanks to all the folks who are renewing or have signed up for a Got Mead patron membership. That's how I can pay the bills for this to keep the show on the air. So you are very much appreciated. Thank you so much. We hope you'll consider becoming a patron member if you're not one already. It's only $30 a year. Get you access to the Got Mead, the patron boards and the Got Mead forum, our patron Facebook group. And there's quite a lot of really excellent mead recipes in those areas, so you should definitely check them out. You can get a completely free forum membership at gotmead.com/community, and if you choose to upgrade, you can do it right from there. So thanks again. We really appreciate you guys. If you want to listen to us live, you can find us on YouTube, Twitch, X, and Facebook on the Got Mead page. And we do have a chat platform as part of the podcast program, but we also have a Discord channel now, which because people were telling me they wanted pictures. So there we are. Comment from wherever you're watching. We'll see it. If you'd like to call in, we can get you in to talk on the show too. So just let us know. You can find us on Twitch at twitch.tv/meadwench. YouTube is youtube.com/@gotmead. X is x.com/realgotmead. Facebook is facebook.com/gotmead. And Instagram is instagram.com/gotmead. If you want to send us a comment, criticism, people we need to have on the show, or anything else you can think of, you can just go to gotmead.com, put your mouse over, but do not click Got Me Live Radio Show. Click the drop down. That'll take you to a question form that'll come straight to us. So definitely check that out. And I want to do a shout out for our lovely sponsors, Honeybrook Craft Mead. You can discover Honeybrook Craft Mead with 2 Colorado locations to serve you. Visit our original Castle Rock tasting room and production facility, or our brand new Littleton Mead Cottage and Garden. Choose from our 20 taps of wonderful, light, and refreshing craft mead. Find us using your favorite map app, or visit us at honeybrook.com. That's HONNI-brook.com. So welcome, Kris. It's good to have you on the show.
Oh, it's great to be here.
Yeah. Sorry it took so long.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right.
So, are you drinking anything tonight?
I am. It's a special occasion. Never done one of these, so I broke you out. I got one of our buddy Piotr's meads from Augusta over in
they're doing some great stuff over there.
He's crazy, and
they're great guys. I love them.
Got us a coffee mead that was aged in a bourbon barrel, and it's a 2020. Not that we do years too terrible much on our meads, but
wish we could.
It's right here on the bottle, and so go ahead, babe. Karen's standing here getting ready to pour her a glass, and she's like, "Stop," because she thought I was reading, but I'm like, I'm just focused on the bottle.
Yeah, I know. I bring the bottle in with me too, and it's like, 'cause I gotta read the bottle, you know.
I didn't. She brought the bottle. She goes, she's going to ask you about it, and you better have the bottle in front of you. I'm like, yes, ma'am. I'll
Atta girl, Karen. Girl on fire, man.
Yep. That's the smart, pretty one right there.
Yeah, she's the smart one. Yep, somebody's got to do it, right?
Yeah. So I've had these bottles since 2020, and was like, you know what? I'm breaking one open finally. So
nice.
That's what I did. Special occasion, special mead.
Cool. Yeah, I want to get some more.
What are y'all into?
You go ahead. Oh, Kevin says he's not drinking tonight. No, Kevin's got a cider.
No, I'm drinking a low ABV heirloom cider I made last year. I need to remain alert because I've been working outside being construction labor. So I'm,
Yeah, which means it's
a
nap
couple
time.
of big ABV meads and I'd be down for the count.
Yeah, I hear that. What's you, AJ?
I just opened buckwheat cherry from Tracy Kufas, and it stinks, and I love it. It is delicious. I just love buckwheat.
Tracy's buckwheat cherry is so good too. It really is.
I love the smell of buckwheat, honey. I don't know why. Probably because I worked with horses for so long, but I really, really enjoy it.
It's a love-hate honey. You either love it or you hate it. There's no in between there.
I didn't used to like it. I tolerated it, but now I really like it. It's one of those things where you figure out what's different about this than everything else and embrace it.
Stinky cheese, I mean, it's a thing.
Acquired taste, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
I love it.
Maybe try some stinky cheese with the buckwheat beads. I don't know.
Some of those things, when they're paired with the right item, it sets them off. And it changes your entire view of what you were consuming because you'd never liked it before. And all of a sudden, in combination with that one special thing, it really, really works,
I've had that happen, but I'm not sure I can make stinky cheese work.
Okay.
Like Swiss cheese makes me want to throw up. So.
Oh, Swiss cheese and green grapes. Do it.
Nope.
Do it. I'm telling you.
Oh, okay. Tracy says goat cheese is awesome with the buck cherry.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure it would be.
I would be, yeah.
If I had some, I'd go get it.
Mm-hmm. I know, right? I have to sneak it in. John doesn't like goat cheese, so it's like I'll buy it and then I don't have to share it, which is nice. Yeah. So I don't know. I pulled because I don't have any of Kris's mead yet. The mead budget is kind of shot to shit right now. So what can I say? I decided to pull a bottle of Birminghorn, and this is, since it's fall, the Golden Bough is out, and this is a Saisizer with lemon and elderflower. So it's really nice. Full ABV and really mellow aroma, very soft apple with some citrus notes, a little bit of, I don't know if I'd call it acidity, but you could definitely get the elderflower. And the flavor is equally unique. It's elderflower's got a really nice contrast to the apple. And then you get that acidic note from, the lemon, and it's just really good. It's funny because it's not, a lot of Saisers I get that they're bright. This is more. My brain wants to say smoky. It's not smoky per se, but it's just that kind of laid back, velvety. It's really nice. I just really like it. Yeah. But if y'all want some, go to birminghorn.com. Check it out. This stuff's some good things. And again, if I had a mead budget available at the moment, I'd probably buy some to stash.
And how about that post he put out the other day? I had to share that.
Which one?
The one about the sweet meads and
yeah. I'm gonna ask him if he would be willing, that fermentation specialist stuff he's putting up there, if he'd be willing to let me cross post that over to Got Mead, because that's great stuff.
Yeah, that was awesome. I read that and I'm like, oh man, sakes, just put right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he put a lot of thought.
He really
care
did,
into those posts, which is great. Usually people just dash them off, but
no,
he clearly sat down
yeah.
and went through that carefully,
I've known John for a lot of years, not as well as I'd like to, because I don't get to see him all that often, except at shows and when I occasionally get to Delaware. But he has always struck me as a very thoughtful and not calculating, because that sounds bad, but he thinks about things. He really gives it his full attention, and he's
considered.
Thank you. Considered, and he's very detail oriented. So, it's just all the way around. He's just, it's really fun to interact with him because of that.
Yeah. One of the titans in the world, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No question about it. So, all right. So let's bring it back around to Kold Prairie. First of all,
or we can talk about John more. It's fine.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. And I really need to get him back on the show since he's opened the brewery. I haven't had him on in a while. So you guys opened a little over a year ago, right?
No, it was this spring actually.
Was it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we got licensed.
You went live in 23 for some reason.
No, we got licensed and formed the company in 22, and then that became job number 3. Because we both had day jobs in IT. We have the honey business that we've been running for since 16 or 17. And
I didn't realize. Okay, I didn't know you were in the honey business too.
Yeah, that's how this all got started. That's
okay. How many hives do you have?
Well, I mean, it shifts and changes with the seasons. And are we pulling wildflower from the backyard? Are we doing clover from up in Boulder County? It moves around. But we don't ferment our mead. We don't ferment our honey.
I was going to say, you what?
Yeah.
You're doing contract?
That was what I was thinking. Is like, who does then?
Yep. Brand new to this talking in person thing. So
come on, Kris, you're just talking to us. We're sitting around a table with meat in our hands.
Right. Don't be nervous.
We don't ferment our honey. Our honey goes in the jar. It's just way more valuable, and especially during the homebrew years.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. The only, and still to this day, the only mead that ever was fermented with our honey was for a mazer. During mazer, when it got canceled, we were going to have the Tej party. And you had to have a Tej, make a Tej, something to come to the Tej. And Steve Paddock, we all know Steve.
Steve's awesome.
One of my mentors, and he's like, "Hey, are you going?" And I'm like, "I don't have a Tej. I mean, I've tried a Tej, but I don't." He goes, "Well, let's just throw one together." He goes, "But here's the deal," and he insisted on buying some honey of mine, and I'm like, "I'll just give you honey." And he goes, "But here's the deal. We're going to make this Tej, but we're using your honey to make it." And I'm like, okay, man, it's your honey. You do what you want with it. So we just slapped together a Tej session, and just so that we could go to the Tej party. And then Mazer got canceled because of COVID. And I held on to it. And that little session meet actually got me my second Mazer cup a couple years later, from just some little something we threw together to go to an after party. And today we have at Kold Prairie a session Tej, and everybody loves it. And that's how that come about. So but anyhow, Kold Prairie became job number 3, and we just couldn't get to it. There's other priorities that keep stepping in the way, and then life changes.
Making a living thing, dang it!
That whole bills. And,
how dare they expect you to
bills and mortgages and
right? Yeah, God, so rude. Yeah,
you want to have property? Okay, well, you're paying for that too. And, well, life changed with primary first job number 1, and as I tell the story, I'm like the very next day I was looking at job postings in the same company to get on another team, and Karen, my wife, walks in and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, I gotta find a job, babe. I'm looking for a job. And she goes, "What do you think about firing the meadery up?" And that was, hey, here you go. That was August of last year. And I said, okay, well, here you go. The whole, happy wife, happy life. I don't like
we
that
see
saying.
We see who the smart one is here now.
Okay? The smart, pretty one. Absolutely. I'll tell you every day. But as long as I come in the house and we catch up on our days, just like we used to do when we had our, day jobs, and we catch up at the end of the day. And as long as at the end of the day, she's like, "Oh my God, you got all kinds of this stuff." I'm happy. I'm doing good.
Well, and it's yours now.
Yeah.
You're not working for the man anymore. It's yours. Well, you can make of it what you want. And the beauty, I've always been a contractor and self-employed. And the big thing that I liked, even when I didn't make as much money as I did when I was corporate, was I'm in control of my own life. And it's my business. So succeed or fail, it's on me. And I don't have to go, well, this idiot over here, if he would just do his damn job, there's none of that. It's this, I'm the idiot. And
I'm the idiot, and
I still say that. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of cussing and then my name at the end of it. Like, what do you think?
What the heck?
Yep. Yeah.
So
color
think you
in whatever
said,
excellence you want there.
Chris, I think you said that you were licensed in 22 or 23. Is that correct?
In 22, yes, sir. And in 2022,
So
we were fully licensed. Formed the business. We were legal. Everything was there. Like we could have done what we're doing now. It's just
so you had like all of your agriculture inspections, space, all that stuff already set up and ready to go.
So we're what's considered a home occupancy business. So
that's right.
yeah,
Colorado's got that special rule that hardly anyone else has for alcohol.
Yeah,
Okay.
because there was one.
Right. I remember now. Yes, we had another guest.
Spruce Mountain operated out of their basement for several years. They're not open anymore.
Okay.
They kept that going for quite a while.
Yeah.
All
so
right. Well, that is so nice.
Yeah, it worked out real nice. Almost had a couple of hiccups here or there, but and I just throw myself upon the mercy, and I was like, look, I'm brand new to this, y'all. You tell me what you need, I'll give it to you. I'll tell you straight. I'm trying to dot the I's and cross the T's and all the stuff. I'm trying to do it right. And so you just tell me, and then that's how we do business. And so I got, you get to know your county people and your TTTV people. I got to know Sean real well, trying to get labels put together. And you call TTB and somebody else answers. I'm like, can I talk to Sean, please? Please. But yeah, so yeah, we had the facility. We have 10 acres here in Colorado, our little slice away from the world, and we got a nice big shop out back there. And in the back corner of the shop is a 2-story, 1-bedroom apartment that got built inside the shop when they were building the house, because the wife said, I'm not living in a bus in the shop. I want a place to live. So he had to build her facility in the shop. So that became the mead room, and that just made me happy because I wasn't in the basement hauling carboys up the stairs when I have to do something.
Right. Living the troll life can be hard sometimes.
Yeah, the gnomes going at it. So
yeah.
So that's how we had the facilities here, and it just worked out, and the licensing worked out real well. Like I said, with Colorado, it just worked for us. So we decided to run with it, and then big breaks, because like, cool, we got it. What do we do now? We got to go to work tomorrow, so I don't know what we're going to do with that. So, yeah, it took one of those, those new, those life altering instances to get the feet moving. So that's what we did.
So you said you were, when you were thinking about going commercial, you didn't want to be hauling carboys up and down the stairs. Does that mean that your batches are small enough to be still in carboys?
No, goodness no. This was the house before we moved here.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, where I started making mead was a house before this, and I had the Harry Potter's the cabinet under the steps, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was where my yeah. Well, I had one, and that's where I put my my little silver Costco rack, and I had my little 1 gallons all stacked on there, and it's inevitably, when the fruit clogged the bubbler, I would take it upstairs, and then we'll get bigger, and we got 5-gallon glass carboys and a couple of big mouths, and there were no facilities in the basement, so you had to haul them upstairs to the kitchen. So
that was why I always brewed in the kitchen, because same reason. You had to traipse up and down the stairs, and it's hard to do with a 13-gallon guy.
Why I got permission from my condo board to put a laundry sink in the basement.
Nice.
Because it was that, or my husband was going to leave because the kitchen was full of mead.
Yeah.
Compromises. Yeah. So
okay.
So that was a time ago. Yep.
Now you're working in the shop behind the house,
yes.
and what type of production volume are you engaged in?
So right now we're doing full barrel Spiedels. I've got a collection of them. If I fired them all up and do the dance, and by the dance, I don't have a ton of space. It's a fairly small facility, but everything fits. And if you got to get here, you got to move this out of the way to get to that. And then if you have a guest, I tell everyone, you're not in the way. If I touch your hip, it just means I'm going to slide past you. That's all that means. But if I fired everything up, I could run 10.5 barrels. and then we had a walk-in built out of those metal shipping containers, and had
okay.
it foam insulated in the inside and on the bottom side, and built a pad and had it set out just out the back door of the meadery. And so I've got a cool bot in it and keep it down at 50 degrees. And that's where I store kegs. And I don't do barrels. I don't have facilities for barrels right now. So everything is, wood chip and spirals and whatnot to get my my oak in there. But yeah, so we've got the walk-in in the back to crash if I need to crash, and bottle storages and bulk aging, and then we got the production area that I gutted all the residential cabinetry out and brought in stainless steel racks and shelving and made it a little more sanitary for me. And yeah, that's what we ran with.
With your cottage industry licensing, do you need to have food safety inspections of any kind? Especially
no, sir.
Considering alcohol?
No, sir. So with the honey, we have to be the home cottage, whatever it's called, certified. Very simple. Just kind of fill out the questionnaire. With honey, you just kind of fall underneath the radar. It's a thing, but it's not
Same
a thing.
here.
It's and then with the mead, now here you go. Now if we try to do another license a brewery license to do braggots or what have you, because with our license, obviously we can't have grains in the meadery. We would have full-on inspections with fire prevention and you name it. And I heard, you hear horror stories of, the fire chief out there, she's going to make you put a fire cabinet in there to store your mead in, because it's got alcohol. And you're like, yeah, but you can't light it on fire. She don't care. You're going to have to. Okay, well, luckily, thankfully, with our facility, we've had to be we had initial inspections, and you put in for the licensing and all that, and then for the tasting room and all that, they come out and they come do do the inspection there and make sure you've got licenses in place and employee only placards and whatnot in place. But it's pretty low key, pretty mellow out here, so we're pretty lucky in that respect for sure.
And you do have a tasting room. I didn't see anything listed on your website about that.
Well, we don't have a tasting room yet. We were playing with the tasting room people because we were trying to get licensed properly. Again, not straight edge for sure, but I'm definitely trying to do things the right way. For the festivals and some of the bigger markets, you had to have they're saying, well, you need to have a tasting room because you can't sell, and then you get digging in and you start talking to the right people, and all of a sudden they're like, no, you don't need any of this, you're fine. So I have officially been inspected, and I told them, like, look, I will set it up. And I set 10 by 10 tent up that was, we were working on our festival setup, and we have in the picture you see our bar, and I have 2-3 tap towers on the bar, and I keg my meat, and we push it through the taps for serving at the festivals and whatnot. So I set that all up. I'm like, here you go, tasting room. This is
you have a portable tasting room.
That's what it is. I have a mobile bar.
Yeah. Now, see, all you need is one of them pedal bars like they have in the cities.
Yeah, but I was
please, for the love of God, don't do that to people.
No.
I see those go around. It's like you're drunk and pedaling on a highway.
Yeah,
I have been stuck behind that thing so many times.
They don't have them around here.
Have firearms in Canada.
Yeah,
you
they don't have
see
those
mountains
around here.
From my house, but it's called Kold Prairie for a reason. There's not much else out here. You got a couple trees and whatnot, but pedal biking would be you don't have enough booze on that thing to keep people interested. That's for sure.
Yeah, well, we're out in the boonies here, and one of the things that I noticed that they have, Traverse City is the biggest town in the northern part of Michigan, and it's got maybe 50,000 people, if that. And that's pretty much like and the whole rest of the state is tiny little towns. Alpena's out there on the other side of the state, but it's also pretty small comparatively speaking. And but there's an old railroad track that's still there, but trains aren't running on it anymore. So some enterprising guy got these pedal bike things that run on the tracks. So you get like 20 people on one of these bikes, and they're all pedaling and going down the track. So it's like those push-pull things that they always show in TV shows.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's just hilarious to watch. All these people are just pedaling down this track and like in town. It's not even scenic. It's like, okay, why?
Because there's nothing else to do.
Pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much it.
It's all right.
Yeah. So are you gonna try to squeeze barrels in there? Or are you squeezing barrels in there?
No, not this facility. We're looking at, do we expand inside the shop? Because basically my meadery takes up half the shop floor.
Mm-hmm.
So I have another half that we could definitely expand into and be able to bring in larger fermenters, because I won't put the second story on there. I'll put playing with the idea of putting like a walkway across the top there.
Right.
Plain, like I draw stick figures and they aren't very recognizable, so the drawings are horrible. But
probably looks a lot like my graph paper drawings when I'm working on house reno stuff.
Yeah, if I don't have graph paper, the lines aren't straight.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, even with graph paper, the lines aren't really straight. I have to use a straight edge.
So we have space to expand if we want to. But at the same time, man, you get in this world and everybody's like, where's your tasting room? Where can we come, just sit down and be? And I'm like, it's right here. You're in it. I'm glad you're here.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're starting to try to navigate that road. So we're looking at possibly getting a tasting room put together. It definitely isn't tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I mean,
time.
Exactly. And this is what you asked for. So this is what you're going to start looking at.
Well, I mean, you got the portable one. It's a shame you can't like hook up with a bunch of the food truck guys and then, like set up and pour it like food truck rodeos and stuff.
Yeah. And we do that. We go to, we have some pretty cool events that we can get to. And
you guys hooked up with the Ren Fair at all?
No. That would definitely be. So here you go. I guess we could, but we would be like, we'd have to have our own booth. So here you go. You guys mentioned Honeybrook. Love DJ and Mike. Love those folks. So they're just
awesome,
good people. Yeah. And they've had, I don't know, 2 or maybe 3 years now, they've had the Ren Fair contract. And I don't want any part of that. They tend
to be kind of onerous, from what I've heard from other people.
The volume, like talking with DJ, and he tells me
that's a big show too. The Colorado Fair is pretty good size.
Howdy. Yeah. No, there's we don't stand in that world just yet. So we'll let them have all that. Right now, it's my little 10x10, and we tell everybody we're just extra. We put that post out there. My wife wrote that, and I didn't even know she was writing this. We always joke about being extra, and people are like, you guys are so extra. And she wrote this post like, yeah, we're extra, and this is why we're extra. And it just sounds like, wow, babe, that just knocked my socks off.
I gotta go find that.
Yeah, it is. Honestly, not bragging. It is as well written as John's Sweet Mead.
Nice.
Right. I mean, it was just like, I'm just sitting there like reading it, like I don't know who she is. I'm like, wow, this is cool.
Who is this gal? I need to marry that chick.
Yeah. I'm like, I know her. Yeah, smart and sassy. Good God.
Right? What a combo. And pretty too.
Yep, the smart, pretty one. So we have the big bar, and it takes up it's 9 feet, 8 feet. I don't know. I had to customize some Harbor Freight, the wood floor dollies. Yeah, I had to customize those and put 4-inch casters on it so that I could roll it on grass.
Yeah.
But man, she'll go wherever we roll her to, and plop her off and hook up the kegs, and business is on. So it's been really cool. It's been really fun. We're super stoked. We just got our first new tent. We haven't bought a tent in years since we started the honey business. And this year we got rained on inside the tent. We're like, okay, well, I guess we
Yeah, time for a new tent. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're breaking out the new tent. We got a show this weekend here in Castle Rock called Brew Under the Stars. I'll give them a little shout out. Eric from 105. It puts on a show. We got a 80s cover band that they got the concert hall, the concert stage going, and then food vendors. Honeybrook's going to be there. We're going to be there. Beer vendors,
Cool.
and it's an all inclusive. So the ticket price will bite you at the box office, but then once you get in, it's all inclusive. All you eat, all you can drink. Here's your glass.
Wait, so it's not the here's your glass and 4 tickets thing.
No.
Okay.
Here's your glass. You walk up to a food truck and they just give you a plate of food. You walk up to a vendor and they fill your glass. Yeah. It's we've obviously never done this show before, but I've not talked to anybody that was like, it's a ball. It's just so
Sounds
much
like
fun.
it.
So yeah, we get to break out the new company tent this weekend and look all fancy schmancy. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked for it. So
yeah.
We got that. Then we've got the Colorado Mountain Wine Festival on the 20th. So that's a big one here. It's going to be it's a pretty big show for 4,000 to 5,000 people.
Nice.
We're all going to be there. Honeybrook's going to be there. Dragon, Marmot, Mead Krieger, all the big shots here in Colorado are going to be up there. I think Hunter's Moon's up there.
Okay.
And then
I wonder if David's going to that one.
I'm not sure.
He's been kind of quiet these days. I don't see much about him.
Yeah. And then, all the wineries and local wineries and whatnot. And then they gave us a 10 by 20 space. We're small timers. So we're used to 10 by 10 and that's our world. They're like, well, everybody's got 10 by 20. So we're going to break out I think I called it the Buffalo Grass Lounge. And so we've got some cocktail tables. And so that extra 10 feet over there, we'll set up the other tent and we'll have drinking tables and you can come get your meat and go over to the table and sit around and chat and just kind of lounge. Like I said, we're extra. I wear the badge proud as hell now.
Why not? I mean, it's not extra if you can back it up.
That's it. There you go.
I mean, that's really the thing. It's like when you're really seriously extra, it's because you can't back it up.
Yeah. That's everybody. Well, you're extra, but we love it for you. So
right. Yeah.
We'll just keep and do it.
You've always been, as long as I've known you, you've been over the top. So.
You know what? I enjoy myself. I enjoy life. I enjoy
why not?
people.
You get one go, man. Make it count.
I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, shoot, I ain't seen Vicky since Domrus that year.
I know that 1 year at Domrus. It's been a while.
Yeah, that was we got best of show that.
And saw you guys
year.
in Poland that 1 year.
That was the year before, the 2019.
It was 2019. Yeah, because I haven't been back to Poland since then. And now that I'm living up in Michigan, I haven't been back to Domrus in the last couple of years because it's a 25-hour drive. So it's like
Well, I'll tell you what, you guys got to get to Poland. Like the worst part of
Kevin's going next year.
It's so worth it, Kevin. If you haven't been,
you'll enjoy it. I can't afford it, but Kevin's going to go. So. He can represent for all of us.
Such a good show, and I tell everybody it's more of a family reunion for us.
Oh yeah,
and it is a gathering. Like
2019 was that was so damn awesome when they brought all the food out, and it was like, holy crap,
silly.
You want $20 for this? Holy cow!
Yes.
40s Lodi. Come on, give me a break.
Yep. And it's still like that. And like I tell everyone, I'm like, just go.
It's
save
awesome.
for the plane ticket, whatever. Once you get there, it's good people, amazing food.
You get to try things you've never tried before. I mean, when I was there, the Augustova guys invited me to come stay up in Augustau, and so I spent like 3 days up there, and it was great. Christoph went with me, and he drove. Because I had no idea where I was going. So, and it's so funny because, I have very little Polish. I could say hello, goodbye, how much, and where's the beer, and the bathroom, but, and he has very little English, pretty much same situation. And somehow we managed to have a conversation anyway. There was lots of hand gesturing going on.
Well, and then I want to say the next year after that. So 2020, that was the excursion. So now we do the judging for the couple days. We have Saturday, that is the conference, and then the awards banquet. And then Sunday we all pack up. There's a number of folks. We go on excursions, and we go, everybody loads up on the bus. They rent a bus, and everybody loads on the bus.
Well, that's what we did in 2019, was we visited meaderies all over the place.
Yes, that's right.
That was awesome. Yeah.
Well, the next time we all went up to Augusta, the group, and
all the way. Wow, that's a hell of a long drive. Where was that? The year it was in Krakow, or
no? Krakow was this year. That was the first year that it was in Warsaw.
Oh, in Warsaw. Okay.
Yeah, and so I don't remember, what was there, 25 or 30 of us, and they loaded mead onto the bus, the cases of mead from the competition. They just started loading mead on the bus.
Yeah, they did that in 2019.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
So
it's a party bus, man. It's great.
Every stop,
baby.
we stopped at the Honey Museum, and then we stopped at 2 places on the way too. And every time we stopped, everybody had a little harder time getting off the bus. Lots of laughing, lots of good times, and then we were trapped in this resort town with nobody there. It was just us. So they're like, yeah, do what you want. Here's food, and we're going to bed. You guys do what you got to do. And
resort towns in the winter are terribly exciting, unless it's a ski resort town.
Well, and it's a lake resort, and so they went ice diving. They broke a hole in the ice and
oh my god,
started the sauna up and fired up.
That's
the sauna.
Cool.
And,
get the sauna
and
going.
Right outside the sauna was the lake, and so they just chipped a big old hole in the ice and was.
Yeah, you got to jump in the lake after sauna. That's the rules. Yeah. We used to do that.
It's just so much more than what 2019 was just fun. Poznan was a cool time.
Poznan was a cool time. Yeah. The old town was beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole,
Krakow
you get down and I got to do a drive through at Krakow. That was about it. Yeah, but it's a good time. And anybody out there, if you've been considering the possibility, you really should. If you can, you should go.
Absolutely. It's I can't say it enough. Amazing people, amazing food.
Did the Greeks show up this year?
No, not this year. This year,
bummer,
you know what? I haven't seen those girls since 19.
They were on that honey that they had was stunning.
Yes.
Dang.
This year was there was a couple of new groups this year. The group from Mexico came up, and there was
because now they've got the Mexico version of the comp. Yeah.
And there's always additions, but there was a couple of folks from Italy come up this year.
Nice, good.
So there's always new people coming in and new people going out, and it's ever flowing. But the core group of us, it's basically, Vicky, the same group of us that were in 2019. Our little group.
I figured,
there. Yeah.
I've been every time I see all the pictures and whatnot coming out of there when you guys go, and I'm just like, God bless it, I really want to go. And I just don't. Every penny I've got is sunk into this bloody house getting things updated. So
that's the deal.
Travel money isn't really in the picture for me anytime soon, other than I'm going downstate at the end of the month for a comp and speaking at a conference. But that's just downstate, and I have somebody's cabin I crash over in. So. But I would love to go. I had a grand time in Mexico too, even though they were a little bobbly getting the comp up off the ground, but the whole trip overall was awesome. So much fun.
Yeah.
I had a grand time, and everybody was wonderful, and I want to go back. And again, can't, not yet. Maybe someday.
We just got back. We went down for it 2 weeks ago now. And the again, great folks. They sure know how to put on the pomp and circumstance. I mean, the welcome show that they had with the mariachi band, and they had a table of mezcal from one of the locals.
Oh, really? That's what they did. That's what they did this year. Yeah, that's nice. We didn't
They
get
didn't
that.
do either one of those things when we were down there. We're not special enough.
No, they were new enough that they hadn't worked out all the. They hadn't worked out all the details. Yeah. We just got into it early, Kevin. That was what it was. We should have waited a year. Yeah, but still, we had there was some scheduling bobbles and things like that, but overall, we had a really good time.
Sure.
You know?
Oh yeah.
And
Raul was the saving grace.
Oh, Raul was awesome. I mean, they'd be stupid if they didn't utilize him to whatever extent they can. Raul was fantastic.
Yep. So yeah, that was a fun little break. We hadn't had a break for all this year. We fired up and was like, oh, we're going to go hard. We're going to go, and starting to come kind of to the end of the festival season. Like I said, we got a couple more shows to go.
It's gonna be winter in Colorado soon.
Yes, thank goodness. Just
right. It's like 90 degrees can bite me, man. I'm tired of that.
Yeah, we had maybe 5 or 6 90-degree days, and they're like, you all can keep that. I don't have no.
Yeah, we had those too, and they were like all in a row, and it was like seriously.
Like, it's time. We need to go get out of town. So we're going to try and hit Mallorca this year. Go to Spain. And visit Francisco and Marco.
Oh yeah, you know Manny Algaresta? Have you met Manny yet? I don't think you have. Okay, well, Manny currently lives in Miami, but Manny's moving to the north of Spain.
Aha.
And in fact, I've got to get a list from him because he's getting rid of all of his equipment before he goes. So he's got he's down there and he's like, anybody wants it, come get it.
Mm-hmm. Well, keep the list away from me. I own a trailer. I'll be on.
Yeah, right. He's like, I want people that can come either pick it up or that that we can get together in the general vicinity kind of thing, you know. But Manny's got he's got like a whole bar set up and the whole 9 yards, and when they sell the hacienda, he's getting rid of all of it. So
wow.
Yeah, he called me up not too long ago and was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And I've been meaning to get back with him and go, give me a list, Manny, and I'll get it out there so folks can know.
Which actually, now that you brought him up, we have that project that we started.
We do, yeah.
Over a year ago now.
No, guys, almost 2 years now, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we got to get with the people we gave the honey to and tell them they need to pony up. Tracy, you get yours done yet?
And I don't remember, did Josh Holbrook get some?
I think so.
Or was it?
Yeah, I know one. I can't remember which one. It was one of the Joshes, and then California, and we gave some to drawing a complete blank down in Florida.
Did Rob Barnhart get any?
Yeah, I think Rob did. I'll have to go back and look at my list.
Okay, so we got to get with those folks and find out what happened to their project.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to ask a question about your Tej.
Yes, sir.
Mainly because the TTB will not let you use Gesho, right?
In theory,
nope, they do allow Gesho. It's listed in the ingredients list, and
really,
yes, sir.
Depends on who you get though, because Kiru, who's the guy who bought he bought Melavino.
Yeah, right.
He's Ethiopian.
No end of grief.
And his dad has been making Tej in the United States for a couple decades now. I was a good friend of his dad, and Kiru, his son, bought Melavino, and he's making the Tej is fine. Kris, you got to get some, man. It is so good.
Yeah, it's good, but it's made with hops. It's not made with
because they wouldn't let him. They wouldn't let him use it. Yeah, they would not let him use Gesho. They gave him all kind of fits.
Which is why I asked you the question, because I know he couldn't get it. So
I need to have Kiru get up with you so that maybe he can figure out how that got done.
You know what? Your guess is as good as mine. I
think it depends on who you get.
It must be. I fill out the form and I close my eyes and I hit enter and I open my eye every couple of days and look to see if it got approved or not.
Yeah, you got the guy who got laid. You got the guy who got laid the day before, not the one Kiru got apparently.
Yeah, got that smile, got that grin on his face. It was. I damn sure listed it in because here you go. If I can't, I ain't gonna do it. I don't want that headache later in life. So it was on the ingredients list, and the formula got approved. I'm like, cool. Formula never had a problem with formula, except when I try to sneak my braggot through. I did try to sneak my braggot through. I will own up to that.
I
just
mean,
used
you
other
don't know
words.
unless you try, right?
You don't know. You ain't told me no yet, so I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they do tell you no, and they tell you no quickly, and they don't even wait for you to take back, and they're just like, yeah, don't cancel. You don't get to do this. Okay, yes, sir or ma'am, thank you very much. The labels were the biggest headache because I tell everybody, I'm like, they originally was like, yeah, no, you can't say mead. That's not mead. And I'm sitting there looking at the screen going, I'd sure like to see your definition. Like, well, you put fruit in it, it's not mead anymore.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
they've been listening to them guys on Facebook that say the only mead that's really mead is if you use nothing
yeah,
but water, water, honey, and yeast, and if you put any like finishing chemicals or
yeah,
anything like that, it's not mead anymore. It's like
yeah. Throwing some Opti White.
yeah,
Nope, not mead no more.
yeah, you can pick.
Yeah, so Cold Prairie almost ended as quickly as it began because I looked at Karen and I'm like,
Oh dear.
if I can't put mead on a bottle, if I have to, and I don't know why, it just makes the hair on my neck stand up. If I have to call this honey wine and not mead, I'm not doing this. I can't.
I respect that.
I
Yeah.
don't hate honey wine. It just doesn't roll off the tongue. It's not
There's your Tej.
mead. And
'Cause it's
listen,
mead.
it's mead. And if I can't go to a new person and say I make mead and they don't know I'm talking about honey wine, they think I'm talking about hamburger, my day's not fulfilled. Like that's Colorado. The looks we get when you're like, so what do you do? Oh, I make mead. Oh, really? And I'm like, yeah, we know we do a berry and we do a strawberry. We do a traditional. And the looks about time say strawberry, and they're thinking strawberry steak, and they're not sure what you're talking. I'm like, oh, put a D on the end of that, partner, not a T. A D, mead.
Although it's really good with a steak, just saying.
Yeah, it is. It is.
This mead would be so good with a steak.
It would.
So the labeling was the biggest headache going back and forth, and especially because I again stick figures. I don't do art, so I had to find a really cool company called Peanut Butter Creative that they did the labeling and the logos and stuff for Honeybrook. And Mike was like, "Yeah, give them a call." I'm like, "I will." Great girls, amazing. They put the website together. Karen and I maintain the website now, but they got the initial. They drew up the logos.
They did the upfront stuff and got it out the way.
Yeah,
I'm fixing to do that for a honey provider, and it's like they can handle it once it's up, but they just don't have the time to put it up.
Yeah. So when I'm having to go back to the girls, be like, "I'm so sorry. They said we can't say this. Can you please redo?" Because I didn't know this. I was trying to get it done before I turn it in to make sure I got the words right. They're like, no, you need to have it mocked up and send us the labels. Well, okay, sorry. Here, I'll have them make it. So there was a couple of back and forths, and again with the Tej, I guess it was on the label. It's written on there. It got approved, and hey, you already said I can. No takebacks. So
don't say that.
I hope it works that way.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it. So yeah, I love those labels. They're great. They're very,
thank you.
They make me think watercolors.
Well, no, it is a watercolor. That was Here you go. Our homebrew were very Nordic, very Viking names. I would open up the Icelandic sagas and look for a dragon, and that's where our mango habanero name come from, or whatever the runes for the raspberry. And we decided when we formed the company, we're going to go a little softer, a little more feminine. We are going to go find the wives that are with the beer guys that don't drink beer.
Smart man.
No shame in my game. So I told Karen, I'm like, I'm feeling like very pastels, very watercolors, very soft, very feminine. And again, the girls over Peanut Butter Creative, we were telling them our thoughts, our ideas. We're having a brainstorm session. She's like, I paint. And I'm like, ooh, well, go. So we actually own that painting. That's an original painting from the girls over at Peanut Butter Creative. And so we own that. And the new tent, those are our walls. So if we have our walls, you're actually standing inside our labels.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So So yeah, thank you so much. We really put a lot of heart and thought into it and try to come up with an attractive,
It's
attractive idea, an attractive label, and something that just really kind of comes to you. So
And when it stands out in the mead world, you don't see a lot. I mean, bold colors and sharp lines are much more prevalent
yep,
in
yep,
labeling in mead. And there's nothing wrong with that because there's some that are real.
absolutely not.
I mean, you look at all the differences out there and it's just, there's a lot of really eye-catching stuff. But you got to look at it from the perspective as what's going to catch people's eyes, what's going to make them see you in the sea of other labels of everything. Not just other meads, but wine and beer and everything. So how do I stand out? And this is actually something you don't see in the craft beverages very much. You see it in wine labels, but you don't see it. And the wine labels are actually trending more to these sharper, bolder, I've noticed that recently. But this is to me, it's not retro per se, but it's just different. And it goes back to a different way of looking at things.
And exactly, and that's exactly what we were shooting for. We were just trying to be attractive. We were trying to be new. We were trying to be different, and that's just kind of where we came from. And all the names have a meaning of some sort that have some sort of tie back to the prairie of something or what have you.
I keep expecting a wagon to go trundling across the
channel. Yeah.
I mean, it just kind of looked like that, it's like a prairie in winter, and it's like, all right, so where's the wagon train and the Indians and
that wouldn't have been bad. Like just some cut tracks in the snow. Like
like some horse.
No, absolutely.
Or buffalo herd or something like that.
Yep. The names, those are all Karen because stick figures. I was like, she's like, so what do we call these? And I'm like, blueberry mead.
Naming not quite your strong point, huh?
Yeah, no. She's like, well, no. What do you want to name them? I'm like, I named most of the homebrew ones, and I just don't have that. I don't know. She's like, well, I got it.
Yeah. It's a skill.
The blueberry one is probably one of the most special because we named it Evermore, and that was friends of ours were getting married a couple years back. And we're like, hey, we wouldn't mind would you consider making a mead for the wedding? And I'm like, sure, what do you want to have? And they're like, we like your blueberry. I'm like, cool, I'll throw a blueberry batch together. So that's how that one, that name right there, Evermore, was because that was their wedding mead. So that one came across. But
nice.
All the label writing, all the stuff. That's Kris just picks up heavy stuff and moves things. The
I love the
stuff.
fonts.
Karen comes up with the word. Yeah. So
it's really good, and I love that you went with K, since it's Kris and Karen, and you're both K's.
That's well, and that goes back a long way. So we've always been, the families have always called us like KP squared or KP2 or something like that, and that name just doesn't roll off the tongue. So that's where we come with that. So, and our business, our honey business, is two beekeepers, and so it's just the number 2 and BEKPERS, two beekeepers, and then we throw some little bees on there, and they got the little stutter trail coming off the bees. Well, at the end of KP, there's a little superscript 2 that the little bee trail makes. I'm like, okay, there's our 2B. There's our KP squared. So we had the girls do that with this one, and that's in our little sub mark with just the K and the P and the wheatgrass. There's a 2 hidden in there, but you kind of have to get creative to find it. So
now I gotta look.
Yeah. I don't know for sure where it's. I'm certain it's on the website somewhere, but yeah, it's definitely on the back of our business cards, and whatnot. So we did the little subscript, and the girls. We told them, if you can find us a logo and just kind of hide a number 2 in there somewhere, and they did. So it's fun. So got to have fun with it.
I might have to put that up and go, can you find the number 2?
There you go. It's if you're on the website, it's on the very bottom. It's the little K and the P and the wheatgrass. There's a 2 there.
Okay. Yeah. I'll have to keep looking.
There you go. Yep.
My old eyes and all that. Yeah.
That's
I get my glasses. Right. Yeah.
That's all right.
That's pretty cool. That's really awesome, though, that you went that route. I like it. It looks awesome, and it's definitely very personal.
It is. Coming up, I had some pretty monster mentors. I got to spend some time with Tom Repass and Madman Bob Slanzy up there, and the mad scientist I call it. I get on the phone with Slanzy, and we're on there for an hour just throwing silly ideas. And he's like, "Well, I do things different. People don't have to like it, but that's just kind of how I do it." And I'm like, "I know, Bob, and I love it."
Bob's labels are he writes in Sharpie on the cork.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I've got all these Bob bottles, and I look at it, and it says, P.S. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know what that. Then I have to call Bob and go, Bob, what's this? Oh, that's the blah blah blah. Oh, okay.
Yep.
How does he even remember those initials? I mean,
it's his code. He understands it.
Yeah, but still.
He spends too much time in that cellar of his. He knows
really
exactly what it means.
You've seen that cellar, you know why.
Yes.
I don't think I'd ever go upstairs if I had. Well, no, I should take that back. He's got a very cool house.
Yeah. So somebody somewhere along the line said, hey, you know what? You got to like what you're doing or you're not going to make it properly. You can, and this was back in the homebrew days when we were like, we made a run for Mead Maker of the Year one year. I think, I know it was the year that I think Alan got it, maybe. I don't remember. But, let's throw this together. And it was just coming out bad, and I want to say it was probably Tom, Tom and his just home down, just very calm and just, if you don't like to drink it, why would you think you'd like to make it? You're not going to do a good job with it. And I'm like, oh man, you're right. Cause that makes sense. And so everything with our businesses, everything that we're doing, it's because we like it. We're not too proud to say, you know what, we might not be for you. And again, Titans, Tony over at Manic. Yeah, I might not be your mead. Be okay with that. Be big enough to say, I would love to point you in another direction, but this might not be for you. And love what it is, and it'll show. It'll come through. Yeah. People will recognize it. So that's just kind of everything. Everywhere you look, the colors, the design, everything. We had to like it first. Yeah. It had to make sense to us first. So
nice.
That was that.
It's a hard line to walk sometimes with when you're doing this, because sometimes what you like isn't what they want to buy.
Exactly.
And if you are making a business out of it, you got to take that into account.
You absolutely do, and and local isn't local area isn't necessarily your business model. I love our little town. We live in a really cool place. We're all pretty close. We head down to the brewery, and it's
where
not
everybody
quite
knows your name, that kind of thing.
not quite Cheers, but pretty damn close.
Everybody knows that. It's like, oh yeah, I know.
yeah and if we don't know you, somebody's going to come up and ask who you are. Basically, you might not know you for a long time, but we're going to find out who you are. It's just because why not? I mean, our first night we went to the brewery.
And I've not seen that person before. Who is that?
Exactly.
I live in a small town, so it's like, I don't know you. Where'd you come from?
Yep. It was COVID, and we'd been sitting around for a couple years or a decade or so. I don't remember how long it was.
Seems like forever, doesn't it?
Yeah, and we were like, let's just go find something, and Karen was like, well, we could go check out this Elizabeth Brewing Company. I'm like, ooh, wow, that might be fun, maybe. And we're like, well, let's just go, let's give it a shot. And our first night down there, we're drinking beer, and it was pretty damn good beer, and somebody walks up and says, hey, it's my birthday, here's some cake, and hands us birthday cake. And I'm like, nice. This is an awesome place, man.
I place, man. Yeah, you go for beer, get cake, gotta love
That's it. That kid gonna be happy. So
cake goes with everything. So
Yep. So it's but not necessarily a huge. I don't know that I would put a tasting room here yet. We're growing.
How big is Elizabeth?
Not babe. How big is Elizabeth?
That's
2,000 people.
Oh wow, that's a lot, man.
Yeah,
my hometown is 600.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's in the wintertime when the fudgies aren't up here. We get up to like 1,500 when the fudgies are here in the summer, but
See, yeah. Yeah, they have a high school, they have a middle school, elementary. They don't have like a K through 12 kind of small.
Oh,
but,
ours is K through 12 kind of small.
Yeah. That's
all one
where my
building,
nephews.
there we go. Yeah, same. That's the school I went to. So
where my nephews grew up, K through 12. Like
well, there was 56 kids in my graduating class. I was related to half of them.
Yep, that's small town.
I had to go to another town to date. Yep, that's.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I'm a hick. What can I say?
Them the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe not necessarily a place for a tasting room. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Kevin.
You've got a solid dozen offerings on your website. Are you maintaining those in stock all the time?
Yes, Kevin, I am.
Oh, wow.
I wanted to do 4. I wanted
5,
4.
6, 7, 8.
I
9,
wanted
10,
to do 4. So who
got
convinced
12
you?
of them all up on Vino Shipper. So.
Kevin, who do you think convinced me to do? Who do you think?
The boss.
Are we having this conversation right now, or do we really know the answer?
Okay.
When we were playing when we were putting the ideas together, playing with things, and she's like, "So what do you think?" I'm like 4. 4. Let's do 4. That sounds like a really nice even. I like even numbers.
For core meads, that's a nice number.
That's great. Yeah. And she goes, "Oh, but what about this?" Yeah, that's a good one. But we kind of said these 4. Oh, but what? Okay, 5.
But what about this?
That's funny. My boss probably would have me going the other way because I'd be the one wanting to put 12 out there, and she'd be telling me, "Well, maybe 4 would be good."
It's 12.
Yeah.
It's actually it's 13 because our mango hob is, I'm pretty proud of it. I tell everybody that's our most hands-on mead when we're getting the habanero out.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
And yep, and folks love it. And once upon a lifetime ago, we made a raspberry habanero, and it was my wife's a Hokie.
Your wife's my daughter's a Hokie.
Hey, Vicky's daughter's a Hokie.
Yeah.
And a huge Hokie community here in Denver. Yeah, Virginia
Really?
Tech.
What?
Virginia Tech. Their mascot is a turkey, and it's called the Hokie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Nobody knows why it's called the Hokie, but it's a turkey. But if you say it's a turkey around a Hokie, they get really mad at you. So
there's fights. There's fights. Yeah.
People will hit you. Yeah.
and a huge Hokie community here in the Denver area, and one of the cats that Karen went to university with lives down the road from us, and he's a beer brewer, and he's like, they caught back up. "Oh my God, you're here." "Yeah, we're here. I've been here for years. So have I, blah, blah. And he's like, "Hey, I'm going to be doing a beer release. I'm doing a raspberry habanero beer at the brewery. You guys should come for we're going to tap it." We're like, "Absolutely." And I took a taste of it, and she looked at me, and I'm like, "Shoot, we're making a raspberry habanero mead, aren't we?"
Well, I mean, let's face it, raspberry and habanero go together like cherry and chipotle, man. It's just
That's it.
Raspberry and heat work so well together.
Yep.
Yeah, sweet and heat, man. That's just
I'm playing with a raspberry chipotle right now.
Yeah, I want to start
pretty happy about.
Mm-hmm. I got a metric butt ton of jalapenos, and I'm thinking about smoking some of them so that I can make my own. That's what I'm thinking. My cousin
kind of what I did.
Texting me going, "Look, the tomato and pepper farm is full, and I'm not getting up there. Just please go harvest it for me." I was like, "Okay." I've only got like 3 cases of canned, I've got canned jalapeno. I've got pickled jalapenos, pickled habaneros.
Do you do the jalapeno jelly? Because we do jalapeno jelly.
I have not made jalapeno jelly yet. It's on the list.
Yeah.
I wanted to.
I like that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll bring some of the next when I see you guys or next comp I'm at. I'll bring some of the pickled jalapenos.
Absolutely.
For people that might, but that'll be Michigan. So if any of y'all get over there,
well, I plan to be there. So
that's right. You'll be there. Okay. You want me to bring you jar take home? Do you like?
Well, no, because I'll be flying.
Oh, well, you should be able to fly with that.
Well, sure.
If I check bag, man.
Yeah. Are you checking a bag? Aren't you bringing mead with you?
I don't know. No, I'm going to ship my mead.
Oh well, then. Oh yeah. Are you going to be shipping? Are you going to be shipping stuff back? Because you end up with more mead than you bring. You know that, right?
Well, not if I refuse them all.
What? Why would you even want to? Who even does that?
Vicky, do you know how much mead I have?
Yes, I do, Kevin. You got more mead than God. It's like ridiculous. You're almost as bad as I am.
It's completely outrageous. And
I've seen your mead room, dude. Seriously.
If it's super special, then I'll box it and ship it back.
Okay. Well, I will bring a jar. You can decide if you want to stick it in your luggage or not.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
I can bring. I'm driving, so I can take it home if you can't take it.
Yeah.
Ship it to you instead. But
I cheat when it comes to Chipotle. I just go to the Mexican market and I get stuff that they made because it's way. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's way easier than trying to do it on my own.
I can get big bags of various dried peppers, but Chipotle is not one of them. And because I've got ancho and I've got poblanos, I think. Yeah. And I bought big bags of those that I keep because I use them for a lot of things. But
absolutely.
Yeah, I haven't found the only Chipotle I can get locally is Chipotle and adobo sauce, which is really good, but isn't really good for making meat. So,
I would be interested, but I ain't playing that game. No.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to have adobo sauce in my meat. So just saying,
Yep.
But yeah, it's just but that's it. Yeah, I've got pickled jalapenos, pickled banana peppers, and and I made barbecue sauce because he had tomatoes over there too. So, and I got to go back for another run because I got to make peach salsa. So, yeah.
I'd check a bag just to bring some pickled jalapenos home. I'll tell you right now.
I can ship some.
Well, I'll think about it.
Yeah, no, you okay? I'm just putting it out there, and it's like, just saying. I'll pack up a bunch so if anybody else wants some, that's fine. I mean, we like them, but I don't know how much we're gonna go through in the next 4
I'm gonna stay with Annie and Jeff.
You're staying with Annie and Jeff? Okay, I'm staying with Amy. And yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her boyfriend's got a cabin on a little lake,
nice.
like 10 minutes from the site, so it's great. That's where I stayed last year, and I ended up helping them pull the dock out and everything, which worked out good because they were trying to close the place up for the winter. So it was nice to be able to sort of pay back a little bit, Ooh, Tracy put her new label up. That's nice.
Well, I don't think she put a label up.
No, there's a picture there. You really can really get the.
It's a bottle of Hefty.
Oh, it's a bottle of somebody else's Hefty. Okay. Oh, okay. Hefty whiskey. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to get some of that.
Oh.
I like Hefty beer, so.
Well, I like Hefeweizen, but as a whiskey,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Tracy comes up with some neato stuff, so she's doing a lot of smoking too. So I got to get the venison pastrami going. Thank you, Dan McNevin, for that.
Well, you're in a location where you can probably just hunt right out of one of the windows in your house.
I could, but I've got a nice cozy little deer stand down in the woods, and it's got one of the Dad's old recliners in there, so I just sit back rifle and rock and wait,
All right.
So put my headphones on and listen to a book while I'm waiting for a deer to wander mindlessly across my view,
Sipping whiskey.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to get the moonshine when I was down in the South because everybody and their brother's selling. Well, you can even get it up here now. Moonshine. For a while you couldn't hardly find anything but Everclear, but now everybody and their brother's making these moonshine. And there's blueberry moonshine and strawberry moonshine and peach moonshine. And it's like, oh, cool. And I got some and it was awful. They used extracts.
Oh no.
They used extracts. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me here? You go to all that trouble to get moonshine and then you flavor it with an extract? Really? I mean, that's a lot of work to just ruin in the end.
Quick and easy.
I'm telling you, well, quick and easy, and I'll never buy it again. That's it. So I'll have Redneck Manhattans at Michigan too. So everybody's like, what the hell is that?
No, when is Michigan?
Michigan is the second weekend in October.
Oh, it's still this year.
Yeah.
It's coming up.
They moved their date. It was normally in September, but they moved it in.
Yeah, they moved it to. It's judging. Yeah, it's going to be 10/11 is the judging day.
Yep, 10/11. It's a one-day deal though, actually. So it's probably just the 11th.
Yeah, it is just the 11th. They're prejudging on the 10th in the evening. And I signed up for that if they need me, but I'm driving down. So, and I signed up for it, and now it's like Amy was like, well, we've got something going on and we're not going to be at the cabin until later. It was like, oh, okay, no worries. And she's like, but we'll just leave it open for it. Oh, all right. Thank you.
Anybody?
Wait, is that your place with all the tanks? I'm on your website, and it's like the over 21 page.
On my website.
Yeah, koldprairiemead.com, and it's got all these beautiful shiny tanks. Oh, a whole bunch of them.
Oh, no, I don't have tanks.
Oh, that's
interesting. Where do you see this?
It's when you first come to the mead and it pops up the RU21 thing.
Yeah, it didn't do that for me.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
It usually pops up for me, and about the time you're ready to click on something and look at.
The main pops up, says RU21, and it's got like a little reddish thing, and over to the side it's got a bunch of cool looking cases and a bunch of.
Oh no! This just in. No, that the tanks are not us. It's just Karen's back here playing. She's like, no. That's just a picture. Stock photo.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. I was like, wow, that's really nice. It's got a bench and every 2 benches.
No tanks just yet. Like I said, we're going to get that figured out and try to play with the start small, get the tasting room, get your legs underneath you a little more. And everybody's like, no, you've got to have food. Everybody, I'm like, of course you got to have food, but man, you got to give me a second to get going here. But I would imagine we'll go through a couple iterations before we find our forever home with the tasting room.
Yeah.
But the ultimate would be to have some facilities for production in the place, and then we'll do our over the top extra tasting room, and I don't know if we will do some sort of like kind of Western swinging bar door kind of entrance or what we'll go with, but we'll find out some sort of cozy kind of little house on the prairie, something or other, and go with that. So, but that's coming up. We're looking into things and we're working on some ideas. So
nice.
Gotta find that spot.
Hoping at some point to get back out to Colorado again. It's been a while.
Yeah.
And usually when I'm out there, I'm slammed the whole time. So it'd be nice to get out there and just be able to wander.
Yep.
I'll be out there around the 20th of October.
20th of October. What you coming out here
his
for?
Daughter lives out there.
Daughter.
Oh, very good.
Yeah. And so they're married now, aren't they, Kevin?
They're married. It's their anniversary.
Okay.
The way it worked out, we didn't want to go on their anniversary weekend, but they have stuff bracketing it that they have to do, so that was the choice. But I'm bringing their anniversary mead. So
nice. What'd you make them?
I made a basswood elderflower.
Ooh, nice.
Sack strength, and it'll be packaged in the what is it? The Bellissimas, the 175s or whatever they are.
375s. Yep, that's
375.
Yep, that's what we package in as Bellissimas.
Yep. So it'll be enough mead that it'll last them as long as they're going to live.
Okay. So
one a year.
One
a year.
Are you using special sparkly painter's tape on the labels, or are you just going to go with the usual?
Well, it's interesting. There was a tattoo
Sorry, I couldn't help
artist.
myself. That's how I can find your meads.
That's
those are Kevin's.
Green tape. That's my
That's your
signature
move, man.
Yep, it is. Everybody here in town, when they see a green tape mead or beer or whatever, they know who made it. There was a tattoo artist who attended the All Club campout this summer, and he wanted to make labels for me. And I said, sure.
Why not?
And I figured I would never hear from him again. And so far that has proven to be true. So we'll see. I don't know. If he's going to do it, it better be soon.
It's going to have to be like a label that looks like green painter's tape. And then you just have labeling, I might have to go that route. I mean, you're already this far into it, Kevin.
Yeah. I might have to. You're right.
Thing. It's like you can spy Kevin's bottles from a room away. Oh, those are Kevin's tape.
Yep.
Thankfully, Kevin puts the green tape in a different place from where Tracy does.
Mm-hmm.
Because
she puts it on the barrel. I usually put it on the neck.
She does labels too.
Yep.
So.
Right. Yep. I like it on the neck because then I can see it easier. I don't have to pick up the bottle.
That.
Hey, at least you're not writing cryptic things on the corks.
I actually do that, but I also have a full label.
Yeah.
It's like 2 letters according to what it is, and then the year it was bottled. And that way I can just look at the cork and know how old it is, and have a vague notion of what it is.
I gotta figure out what I need to do to bribe Tracy to help me create something better than the really gitchy looking one that I came up with, because I have no design sense whatsoever. So that's not where my skill set lies. But basically mine was throw the word Got Mead and the Got Mead logo on there, and there you go.
What more do you need, really?
Yeah, well,
keep.
Mine's got a Chevette on it, but
yeah, it should. Put a car part on there. Like maybe they can't identify a carburetor. But yeah, we got Nathan questions, and Nathan has informed me that I need to go work on the website. Apparently, the hackers broke something, so I'll have to go and fix the submission page. Isn't working, but yeah. Okay, so let's see here. I want to go back to, he's got one with the Tej, so I want to circle back to that for a second, if that's cool. Absolutely. And he says, I understand your Lalibela Tej is sparkling and contains Gesho. What formula considerations and research did you consider in development in creating this modern interpretation of a classic mead? I know we sort of touched on that, but figured we'd...
It goes right back to Steve and I kind of throwing it together, like, okay, so we're going to do a session. We want it light. We don't want to do real heavy Tej. Our first iteration was pretty heavy on the Tej. And this one, Karen and I just kind of played with it and come to a level that had those Tej characteristics, had that nice known, Gesho flavoring. We use a nice Colorado wildflower that has a very hearty, natural, notes to it.
Yeah,
and
I like Colorado wildflower.
Yeah, and then we just kept it light and did, just session strength. We put a nice carb in it, give it a little bit of life, some body, and it just works for us. It's nice. I've had traditional Tej, and they're absolutely amazing, and it goes right back to I like my session better. So it doesn't get any more scientific than that. We just kept playing with it to figure out what level we wanted that Gesho to come out and where we wanted that honey to come into. And you want Gesho first, you want honey, where do how do you want that balance to come through? And we just found our balance, and we owned it, and we ran with it, and that's how we come up with it. So yeah.
Nice. Did you try Tejas to kind of get a baseline flavor profile?
We did, yeah, we did, and that was
all that many around,
Not that there's not all, yeah, not that there's all.
The only authentic Tej, well, the most authentic Tej that I'm aware of that you're going to find is the stuff that he's making over there at Heritage. And he's not even using Gesho because he got the wrong guy at the TTB. But that's as authentic as I've had for years. His dad made it good too. So
Steve and I played with it, and we have he has over in his neighborhood a little bit of an Ethiopian community.
Yeah,
a couple Ethiopian stores, and he was doing a full strength Tej, and that's
nice.
that's where I got
that works.
To it.
Yeah.
There's
a place in Boulder. There's an Ethiopian place in Boulder where we went to eat after before Mazer a couple years in a row, and they made Tej in the back room basically. And that's the way they do it in the places I went in DC too, is they make it in the back room, and I'm pretty sure it's not like licensed at all.
As long as they don't sell it, you're fine, right?
Yeah, it just comes with the food, I mean, it's
exactly. That's it.
Yeah,
that's just plate accompaniment. So
pretty much, yeah. But you might check them out too.
We do as traditional as we can. We do add yeast. We're not doing the full natural yeast on the gesho itself to ferment. That's too risky. So we do ferment with the gesho. It goes in right at pitch, but we do pitch yeast as well. So if that helps with any kind of thoughts there, yeah.
Yeah, I would say traditionally it was used. I mean, if you're going back to traditional, they more often than not went with wild.
Yes.
But yeah, because there's a recipe for one that's a family recipe that's actually on Got Mead. It was out of the American Mead Makers Journal way back when, and they had an Ethiopian gal that basically handed out the family mead recipe,
Yep.
And,
yeah, it was. I'm sure I read it, and
I'm sure you have. Yeah.
And one day, maybe someday, I might throw a 1 gallon play batch on the shelf and be like, "Here you go. Go be natural." But for commercial,
commercially, it's too risky is the problem.
Risky.
I mean, you're looking at a lot of money invested in something that if you're not lucky.
Yeah, exactly. I don't need to throw those dice. So we do add I add BA11 to that meat. That's the yeast that I put into that one.
Sorry, I got distracted with AJ's tomato incident. Okay, so more Nathan stuff, and this kind of takes us all the way back to the beginning here. What has international travel experience enlightened in the development of your own expanded mead palate, and any observations you may have made in variations of quote-unquote perceived sweetness in meads created in those countries?
Nathan, is it Nathan? I need to take some notes here, Nathan. Good Lord.
Hey, you're lucky you didn't do it Latin.
Here you go. It is the same. International travel is the same as running the circuit and going and judging, Mazer or Valkyrie or Michigan Mead Cup, or going down to Arizona or Savannah, wherever you go. Every place is different. You're going to find, and especially if you find some local stuff, you're going to find different palettes and different ways of making it. And the international world is the exact same. It just gets broader. And
sometimes interesting ingredients of things that you can't get.
Sometimes interesting ingredients,
like stroopwafel.
Like stroopwafel. Do you remember
that was good.
sitting 2019 in Poznan? I mean, we might have been in Łódź, Poland, with him, and everybody's giving Danique hell. You need to make a stroopwafel mead, and we've had maybe 1 or 2 drinks at that point. Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe only 1 or 2. Yeah.
Maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And talking this poor kid from the Netherlands. You need to make a stroopwafel mead. How would I do it? Oh, and you've got 15 international mead makers sitting around going, "Here, this is how you do it."
Yeah. And he ended up just throwing the stroopwafels in the mead.
Just throwing it in the mead. Throwing it in the mead.
In fact, Rob was saying the other day, I saw Rob posting, we've got a group called the Cool Kids Mead Club, and he was like, okay, so making a stroopwafel, and he had found a deal on like a giant box of stroopwafels.
Yep.
And he's like, how many of these do we need? We're all going, we don't know.
The whole box. What do you mean?
Whole box. Just throw them all in. I don't know.
Put them.
You can't go too far.
Taste one.
Invest in filters.
Yeah, right.
Taste one to make sure they're good.
Good luck.
Because Danique sent that. He sent some, and we had when we were doing like a couple months of talking with the Europeans, and of course these lovely people stay up till 3:00 in the morning to talk to us. But Danique went and sent us mead, or sent me mead, and then I cross-shipped to Kevin, and unfortunately I can't get it to AJ. So I try to get them to send direct to AJ because you can ship into Canada from other countries a lot easier than you can from the US. But he sent me 2 bottles of the stroopwafel, and it was the hardest thing I ever did to put that in a box and send it to Kevin.
Yep.
I did not want to share.
Well, now I feel bad. You're supposed to go, okay, Kris, part of the packet here.
I meant to tell you, and then I got sidetracked putting the ceiling in the bathroom, and suddenly it was Saturday, and I was like, crap, and I was sick.
Well, good. Your bathroom saved me.
Last week, yeah, I was sick.
Because here I'm feeling you're like, I don't have your mead yet, and I'm like, oh crap, I should have.
Yeah, no,
and you're like, oh, Danique sent me mead, and this, and I'm like, oh man.
Well, now, if you feel totally guilty and want to send it, I'm pretty sure I'd end up drinking it on another show. It just wouldn't be yours. You know?
If only I could find
somebody else's thing.
There you go. There you go.
How do
Don't
we
have to
say
be
it?
all about you all the time, dude.
Right?
It's always appreciated, but never required.
Mhm.
Yeah. Always appreciated, but never required. Yeah, I feel funny going, and you can send us some meat. It just seems kind of rude. I don't know.
That's our world. You know, this community. When you're in the mead community, anybody out there that's new to the mead community, just say hi and start talking with someone. I guarantee if you don't have a glass and a bottle in your hand standing around,
you'll have one shortly. Yeah.
You will shortly. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
So back to Nathan.
My husband's used to me coming home with more mead than I leave with, so you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to bring me back to Nathan, because Nathan had like a couple of bullet points and some A/B outlines.
Okay, you want
to there was the European world, and it's awesome because you get to find some really old world recipes and some really, really good mead and some really commercialized. Okay, yeah, I see what you're doing there, but they've been doing it for 50 years, and if you really want to feel like you're in the roots of the mead world, though it didn't come from Poland, go to Poland.
Yep.
I'm not going to stop bragging about them. Yeah.
Poland has rules, so
absolutely.
I've noticed that that the meaderies out there are getting really good at not following the rules. Or they're getting the rule makers are like being and I mean I think the rule makers are kind of opening up their perception a little bit around this. Yeah. You know, I don't know.
They're starting to get a lot of the
that Augustova's making. Yeah. Because you never saw fruit meads or coffee meads or pepper meads. None of that ever happened over there until we polluted their
Yeah.
Our culture has a tendency to do that.
It does, yeah. I'm not complaining; they're all really good. So you know, but I think that the Polish Mead Authority or whatever they call the people who make the rules over there have realized that they need to move into the 21st century and maybe broaden that out a bit or something.
Yeah. So everybody's making mead, but every mead is just a little bit different. Lithuanians, that little core group down there,
they
make some good stuff.
They used to come to Mazer. I haven't been to Lithuania yet, but they make some great stuff. Yeah. It
just broadens your horizons. Be brave enough to
try
small.
Everything. Yep. Try everything. Yeah. Even if you don't think you're gonna like it, try it anyway.
Yep. Okay, so what's the next part? What was the next part of his question? I know there's a couple other things.
He was also asking about your labeling by hand and different closure types. Did you already cover that?
No, we didn't. We did the third one, which was the Tej, and then we were talking the first one with the international. And any observations you may have made in variations of perceived sweetness in meads created in those countries? Because, everything's really sweet in Poland. So
it is. Great balance. They have mastered micro-oxidation to no end.
Oh, man, I'll tell you what.
It's an art form. Perceived sweetness. Here you go, partner. It's still the mead world. There are some good dry meads, but the medium sweet world is my happy place.
Same here.
You've got a big breadth there. If you're making a dry mead, you've got this much to work with. If you're making a sweet mead, you got this much to work with to make it good. But a medium sweet, man, you've got a lot of range to go back and forth. Here you go. Everybody back there, if you come across it, you're coming across probably a good one, and they know balance, and that's just rule one in this world: balance. You got to find that balance. So, well, like you said, in Poland, the perceived sweetness is sweetness. There's no perception to it.
No, it's sweet.
you just had Peter, Smiley Pete on from Needhogger. You want to know sweetness and balance? Go find you some of that UK mead.
He sent me a couple bottles of the Needhogger stuff, and that was very good.
That first drink, you're like, dude, this cloyy, and you're like, wait, no, that's not. That's not
really. No, it starts out you think that way. It's it sneaks up on you.
Yeah, his ginger mead.
His cherry is good. I haven't had the ginger. He sent me elderflower, a traditional, and a cherry.
I don't give the poetry moniker to too many meads, but his ginger mead is poetry. It is
Really?
just
I'll have
that
to see if I can get some of that.
the acid and the balance of that spicy ginger and his sweetness, because everything is sweet and he just does sweet right. Yeah,
He does. He nails
it's
it.
good to
Yeah.
go. Yeah,
I'm loving seeing the UK meat scene is really leveling up, and
it's coming up.
there's a lot, yeah, because when I first went to the UK in 2002, about 60% of the mead that I brought home was terrible. It was just awful. And
did you get a chance to try any of Gordon's? I don't remember if Gordon was there in 2019. Gordon's from the UK.
Yeah, Gordon. Yeah, no, I did get to try some of Gordon's. They were there that year. But yeah, I've had some of his stuff, and theirs is pretty good too. And then there's a oh shoot, I'm ditzing on her name, but she actually lives in like a 700-year-old house on a public in a public park forest thing.
In UK or Ireland? Are you talking about Kate?
Yeah, no, not Kate. That she's in Ireland.
Okay, yeah.
No. This is UK, but she lives in this really old house with like foot thick walls, and she had to come outside to do the show because she can't get
no service
inside the house. Yeah. She's like, the walls are so thick, we can't get. I was like, oh my god. But they're living in like an old like a groundskeeper's house. Oh, from the olden days, from like the 1500s, or something like that. And it's like stupid old place, I mean, it's gorgeous. It's just cute as all get out. But, no signal though.
Yep. No signal.
Yeah.
No signal. And that's the mead world. So we were doing here in our little town, Elizabeth had Friday night markets. It started out as a Friday night farmers market that nobody wanted to come on a Friday night to buy vegetables. Shocker. So then it just started kind of becoming a thing, and now
and everybody will go.
Yeah. So now there's live music. There's the brewery sets up their tent, and we set up our mead tent next to them. Food trucks and vendors and hammock makers, and get your initials branded on your saddle.
Honey, I'm going down to the farmer's market to buy green beans. I'll be back in a couple hours.
Yep. Yeah. Hammered. So we have the awesome little story with Kate. We have this couple walk up. Hey, we want to try your mead. Awesome. Do you know mead? We have experience. Cool. Okay, here we go. Sample. Oh, this is amazing. Can I have a glass? Yeah. Okay. We are getting ready to travel. We're leaving tomorrow. We're going to Ireland. I'm like, oh hell, if you're going to Ireland, you gotta go see our friend Kate. She's the sweetest thing in the world. They have some really, really outstanding mead. Mm-hmm. She's in this area. She's like, oh my God, we're going to go visit my cousin. She's like 20 minutes away. So here we started this. I had to drive 2 hours
from Galloway to get there. So.
Yeah. So then we get an email of her. Kate and her husband were on holiday, so that she didn't get to actually meet Kate, but she went to the meadery and had their mead, and emails us randomly a picture of them at the meadery in Kate's meadery, and I'm like, see, that's the mead world. That's just the awesomeness of our people. So that always makes me smile. I think about that. Just off of a random couple that comes to my tent to buy a glass of mead.
Yep. That's what makes it so wonderful to be part of this world.
Okay, do we have Nathan caught up? I mean, I feel bad. I've had him on the line.
No,
Kevin.
You don't get off that easy. Yeah. Never get off that easy.
Well, I don't want to leave the guy hanging. He was good enough to add in the questions.
Yeah.
I got to get to him.
You should consider yourself lucky he doesn't submit these in Latin, because not only would all of us probably mangle the pronunciation, but then we wouldn't know what he was talking about. So
I got Google Translate and I will become robotic so
quick. Translate will do Latin, will it?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I'm trying.
All of his meads are named with Latin, so that's how we know it's a Nathan mead when it's done.
It's fun because when they announce it when he wins, it's like to watch whoever's announcing try to pronounce the mead name. It's always fun.
Yep.
You know what? I think we're going to make him be the MC at Valkyrie's next year.
There you go. Make him pronounce his own mead names.
Exactly.
Let's see if he knows how.
Play stupid games, Nathan. You win stupid prizes. Now you get the class. Did you bring enough to share?
Yeah, he usually does. So.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
All right. So the next one, let's see, was
the second one.
The second question.
Yeah.
So he asks or states, I noticed a number of your meads that are bottled laboriously by hand, with some being 375 milliliters with corks, others having 355 milliliter swing top closures for sparkling meads.
My
With
guy is
packaging,
on it now.
yes, he is. He has Google food like nobody I know.
Go on, Nate.
With packaging, what benefits and challenges do you see to these bottle types in your market presentation to consumers and also from a business owner's perspective?
Oh gosh, we're so new at the business owner thing. I wish it was something more sexy than that's the bottle that we liked years ago. And years ago, Mike and DJ down at Honeybrook bought a pallet. We're like, we got to get some more bottles. And Mike's like, we're ordering a pallet. Do you want to go in? We're like, yeah, that'll survive for decades to come. And I actually just bottled like the last case of those cases we bought years ago off that pallet. But it was one of those, it was something new and interesting to us that we liked the look of the bottle. Believe me, from a labeling perspective, what a headache. And if somebody would have come up behind me and smacked me on the back of the head and go, don't do split label, just do one solid label.
Yep.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, if you're hand labeling, a split label is like, oh my God.
Really, really cool label production down in Texas that I got hooked up with. And I mean, I'm sitting here to AJ up in Canada. I broke it down to centimeters because I needed it that clean. I'm like, okay, this is what I need between the labels, and I need them facing this way, and it goes through my label machine. Again, it's one bottle at a time, and I got to pull the lever, and it turns the bottle, and the wheel goes around. But we got the spacing between the labels on the roll, and it pairs up just right. You get everything tuned in on the label machine. From a business perspective, from a customer's perspective, they're pretty, man. That's all there is to it. You can have I have a very lovely, we were never going to go with traditional green. I've got a lovely green bottle in my hand right now. 750 is awesome, but at the time we're small batch. So if we do 750, we only get half the bottles out that we can have. And we love these bottles. And do we stick with it? Do we not? And we're like, nope, we staked our flag here. So we're going to hold our ground. And that's just kind of how it came about. Again, I have very minor regrets on the labeling choices we made with the split label, but we're there, and I love them, and I'm going to keep them going. As far as the 355, the swing tops, that was just for carbonated meads. I didn't want to trust a cork or have to cage it, so we're like, what do we do? Okay, well, where's beer bottles? Okay, hate that. Well,
the
we
French
got
are
swing
tapping
tops.
on wine bottles. They're,
They are, but we couldn't find them in the right size, and we wanted to keep them kind of, the continuity running smoothly. So we went with the 355 swingers, and yeah, that's just how we came up. They hold up.
I like swing tops. They're fun.
Yeah.
For short term, they're fine.
Yeah, for short term, they're fine, but you get
I wouldn't trust them.
Yeah, because I bottled mine, and because I've got a crap load of swing tops that I got from Savannah Bee Company, and they're wonderful. I love them, and they're great for taking to events and stuff because it makes it much easier to pour. But if you keep them in there long term, you end up with more oxidation than you'd like.
Yeah. And so we kind of, as a rule, we keep one case in the walk-in bottled and ready to go for orders. We're on a couple shelves. We got a brewery friend. They're a brew pub, and they make they come from Central Texas, and they do their own barbecue.
Oh, nice. Texas barbecue is awesome.
It's ridiculous. And they make beer that's just outstanding.
Oh, yeah. Well, beer and barbecue,
Yeah. And they told us, you need to get us bottles. We want to try it. And I run down. I'm like, okay, guys, I'm ready if you want to try. Like, yeah, sure. And by the time I was done with my little tasting session with the owners, we had whoever was in there at 3:00 in the afternoon, just all 12 glasses were out. We were just pouring mead and just having and now they carry my bottles on the shelf and they look awesome. But yeah, so we keep stuff bottled for those orders and for the liquor store orders that we're in. But for the most part, everything stays in bulk, and I like it in bulk. I've got my bulk kegs separate from my festival kegs, because here you go. I go to a festival, I've got it on tap. It's just too easy. We don't have the overhead we don't have the expenses with the label and the bottle, because we're not washing the bottle with the label on it. So that's gone. The cork's gone. So let's do taps. Cool. Let's do taps. So now I can bottle off this side of the walk-in, because those are, they're still, and these on this side have been under pressure. They got a little carbonation. Ain't nothing wrong there, but if I'm saying it's still, it's going to be still. So those kegs get separated off from the others, and we just keep it in bulk. And when I get an order in, if here you go, I've been bottling all week because we got that big show in Palisade for the Colorado Mountain Wine Festival. We're going to have a lot of bottles. There's going to be people want to buy bottles, so let's get them in bottles so we can take them. But we don't keep a lot of bottles in stock, just because there's no reason to. I'd rather have it together and melding together, not molding, melding. Shit, live. Everything together and just aging together, and everything just becomes happy. You know how it goes. So.
Oh yeah.
All right. One more question.
One more. Is it Nathan again? Nate, come on.
You got it.
God,
yep.
Nathan.
And of course, as customary, it is a multi-part question.
Excellent. I've got my notepad out and my pen on.
All right. Pay attention. Between getting on guest taps and collaborative efforts in braggots, how do you envision the next year of your meadery expanding new customer base into experiences among craft beer drinking community? And then part 2, what things do you often hear at liquor store tastings that you didn't expect to hear?
Did you get all that?
I did actually. Okay, shit eating grin. Sorry,
so
it's earmuffs.
What I want to say is, come on up to Valkyrie's in March.
Yes.
And you'll get to meet Nathan.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so here you go. So Valkyrie, we didn't get to be in. It's life happens. Some things happen.
Oh yeah.
Family, and we stepped away from the world. There was a good couple of years where we were not in the mead world. It just.
I noticed you went quiet for a while.
Yeah. Family thing.
I understand. Trust me, I get it.
Yeah. So. We kind of backed away and just couldn't be to the mead room. So we didn't. And this came out, and we probably most definitely aren't going to be sending out as many bottles next year as we did this year. We haven't competed in a long time, and we loved competing. It was fun. It was awesome to hear the judging notes and compare the logic. But I make jokes. We actually really enjoyed the competition side of it. And we hadn't done it for a long time. And this year we're like, well, it's part of marketing. We need to get our name out there. We need to see how it stands up. Here you go. There are big shoes out there.
There
big
are some
footsteps.
Big shoes. Yeah.
and we're just little Kold Prairie out here in nowhere, Colorado. And, I like our mead. Maybe you will. I don't know, but let's find out.
Yeah, you wouldn't be the first little guy that's come on the stage and went, "Booyah!"
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm not quite doing the hands to the hiss, bam. But we're feeling pretty good, But we didn't get to get
even
into
if you don't enter, just come and join us.
Come and play.
Well,
Dude, come on. Do I have to come to Poland to see you? Seriously?
It's okay.
I can't afford to go to Poland, okay, but I will be at Valkyrie's.
I've heard it. Carbon is giving me. So you only go to Poland. You don't go anywhere else. Is that what that's how we're talking? This is the game.
Poland's really cool. I'd go to Poland every year.
Yeah, sorry, man. I got to save up, and I get there, and then I come back. And I'm like, well, that was that. So
that was fun. No more money.
That was the trip.
Yeah. It's on the radar, actually. It's on the radar, and we're trying to play with the idea of major this year. I'm not blasting anybody. Still haven't heard anything about Mazer quite yet, but I haven't
No,
looked
I
today.
haven't either.
I
I've
haven't
been
looked
meaning to
today.
text Carvin and see if he's got a date yet because I've been
Yeah.
waiting. And I'm
Hey,
planning. I mean, Milwaukee's just the other side of the lake for me, so it's a drive, and the biggest expense I have is hotel.
And I haven't heard anything but good things about Milwaukee, man. Everybody that I've talked to is like,
food.
it's
The food is so
really cool,
a lot of Eastern European folks in Milwaukee, so the food is to die
You're
for.
good
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, facilities are straight, and the
Yep.
you know, it's Mazer. It been going on
It's
for too
Mazer,
long not to
yeah.
be squared away. So
I hate missing it. I always feel guilty if I miss it, you know.
yeah,
I mean, like,
but Matt,
I helped found it after all. I sort of have to go.
yeah, but Whitey's in Poland all the time. We get to
Yeah.
hang out and we roll, and he's like, yeah, I'm flying home tomorrow, and then I get like 2 days, and then I gotta go. And we're like, oh, we weren't actually prepared for any of that quite yet. So it's actually there's a couple on our radar that we're like, okay, we didn't get to this year. Here you go. I'm not quite Pokemon. I got to catch them all, but I kind of want one of everything. So why not?
I know that there's so many. I would love to go to the Orpheus. I would love to go to the Texas Mead Fest, you know, and it's like they're on my radar. I just haven't had the wherewithal to get there, you know.
We'll probably pour at Orpheus next year for sure. Like
nice.
we'd already committed to an event. We'd already committed to an event this year, so we weren't able to obviously make both. There's only 2 of us, and we're just not that fast.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll probably be pouring at Orpheus next year. It's just
Nice.
it is, you know, it's mead people coming together for mead things. So it's a good time.
I want to go to the one that Billy does too. It's pretty good. The
Yeah.
Mead in the Garden thing.
Yeah,
I'd love to do that. You know,
big shoes to go.
I know.
Into,
yeah.
so,
well, that would break my I'm never stepping foot in California again rule. So yeah.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
That was our Labor Day.
Yeah.
We're right there with you. We'll go arm in arm. You know, skip.
It's like there's way too many cars in California. No.
Yep. Kevin, I've lost track. We got off on a tangent. I apologize.
Let me go back. We'll
Please
just recap real quick.
If I knew where the question was, I would look at it, but I don't. So I gotta rely on you, sir.
So he was asking about guest taps, collaborative efforts, and braggots, and how do you envision your meadery expanding into a new customer base experience among the craft beer drinking communities? That's part 1.
Gotcha. So part 1. So we just got done. That's why I was laughing. That's right. I was laughing about that because we just got done. Obviously close with our Elizabeth Brewing Company here in Elizabeth, our little brewing company. They make good beer, and me and the head brewer were just become fast friends. And just like anytime we get together at one of our competitions or whatever, here, try this. Don't be nice. Just tell me exactly what you need. So that's my wall that we lean on, and he leans on me. And he's like, hey, I tried a strawberry cheesecake Kolsch. What do you think? And I'm like, okay, well, let's give it a shot and see what you got. We threw together a Scottish ale buckwheat braggot. We'd done a OB Pilsner, and OB Pilsner is, kind of the rite of passage into the braggot world. If you're going to start a braggot, do an OB Pilsner. We did one of those years ago. It was fun. And his favorite beer to make is a Scottish ale. And I'm like, oh, bro, do I think I got a honey for that? And he goes, really? And I'm like, yeah, I think I do. We just got bronze at the National Honey Board honey beer competition, like literally just got the medal in this week. So we threw together Scottish ale buckwheat honey braggot, and here you go. There's some judges that haven't really loved it, and that's fair. I get it. I honestly get it. But I've had a lot of braggots because I never got to make braggots. So when you go to a competition, you get to judge the things that you don't make. And so I've judged a lot of braggots. And I know a really good braggot. And this was a really, really, I stand by it. It's a really good braggot. And so I was pretty stoked, especially for him, to get some for that. So collaborations, there's quite a few craft beer microbrew kind of places around me. Some I know, some I don't. Some I would love to work with, and like, hey, let's throw a brag together. We got some ideas. My one guy that he's a hazy guy. He makes ridiculous hazies. He's the guy that goes into a new place and orders the hazy, and it's not hazy, and he walks out. He's like, no, I'm not staying here. And we're like, dude, just stay. It's okay. He goes, no, this is horrible. I'm not staying here. Fine. I would love to figure out something. There's fun things to do. Collaborations is great. Guest taps, I haven't found that home yet. I've talked to a couple people. I'm certainly not against it, especially because I've already got the kegs for it. You want to give me a tap, my mead can stand up to a tap, keep me on low pressure for my full strength, and we're going to be good to go. I haven't found that home, but it's absolutely a thing. There's no shame in that. Expansion into other places, let's go talk. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to someplace. Hey, I heard about this one. I've never been there. Well, let's go in and see what they're like. Do you like the vibe? Do you like the people? If you like the vibe, you like the beer, you like the people, you're probably going to make some good stuff. It's a dance. Like, everybody's got to get along. So that's basically how we approach it. You walk into a place, let's see what it's all about, and you're like, yeah, it's cool, but let's have a beer and we can move on. Cool. I might not consider that, but yeah, you got to fill it out because you're still doing your thing. You just get to do it with somebody else. Okay, part 2.
All right, part 2. By the way, and thanks for that expansive answer.
I can talk, Kevin. Dude, I can talk well.
I don't know quite what to do with that. There's so many ways I can go with that. I'll refrain. I've
been sitting here drinking Polish mead for going on 2 hours, bro. I'm fine.
Yep, I'll bite my tongue. Okay. What things do you often hear at liquor store tastings that you did not expect to hear? I love that question.
I do as well. Oh my goodness. Okay, no names. I went and did a liquor store tasting. I've got my my off-brand Pelican wine case that I throw my bottles in. And
you got a Pelican?
No, off-brand. I said off-brand. Daddy's still small time.
Yeah. Hey, I got a wine box with a case with wheels on it.
That's it. That's
mine's cardboard, and it's been back and forth to Denver 3 times.
Yeah, I was gonna say mine's cardboard. It's just in a case with wheels and a strap. But beyond that, it's like every place inside a couple of times.
Duct tape.
But it's been to 4 countries, so I'd say it's doing its job.
Hey, seen the world. I walk into. I have a little case, the dishes, the glass storage case. I put my little wine glasses in there and hold 12. I have a little spot that I open up, have a dump bucket. I have a bottle of water. I walk into your establishment. We already, this is what time. Let's have a tasting. Cool. Well, I have all my bottles. I got cork, bottle opener ready to go. And every time that I've done it, it's been like, oh, I didn't know this was mead. And I'm like, yes, it is. And this one establishment that I went to that I'm on their shelves, proud to be on their shelves. He was like, he just had this look, and I'm like, what? He goes, I just don't know what I'm drinking right now. He carries mead, and we're not going to name their names either. He carries quite a few meads, but he's like, I have a best-selling mead, and I don't know how to do this apples for apples. I want to compare, and I'm like, so go get the bottle. I'm a big kid. I can stand up and hold it. Go get the bottle. And went and got the bottle and cracked her open. And he's like, nope, this is not that, is it? And I'm like, it's not. Craft mead, small batch mead. That's my favorite part, is when somebody's like, oof, I don't know that I like mead. And you give them that sample. Karen has said it always. I've always said it. I'm not a great salesman, but if I can get you to taste it, I'm pretty confident you're going to like it. And that's my favorite part of going to these places that have mead on a shelf, but they don't really know what it is. And then they come across me, who's been doing craft mead all this time, and I'm still doing small batch, and I haven't had to negotiate my price compared to how I make it. So I'm not compromising there. I'm still making the same mead I used to make. I'm just making it bigger. And then I walk into your place and I give you this, 3-berry that you don't really have to have a trained palate to pull the blackberry, the blueberry, and the raspberry. They're all there.
Yeah.
You're going to take that walk, and if I can take you with that walk, that I've had a good day. So that's my favorite part of walking into these places, is seeing that face go, "Ooh, what's this now?" Yeah, that's mead. That's mead, cat. I ain't gonna give you something that ain't good. Promise you.
Very cool. I like it.
That felt like a mic drop right there. I don't know. I think
it kind of did sound.
It's a headset, so I can't. So it'd be banging my head on the desk.
I know,
that's
right?
Cool.
Yeah.
That is my favorite part of this world. Honestly, it's my favorite part is somebody that isn't sure, and you just see that light, that ding, like, ooh.
Oh man, it's the best thing in the world.
It really is. It really is. And if you somehow, somewhere in the world can throw, wow, the balance, I'm just gonna go walk away and do a happy dance. If you can talk about my mead and mention the word balance in the same breath.
Yeah.
I've done a good job. I'm calling mom, going to Disneyland. I'm doing something awesome.
Yeah. I love it. Oh, somebody in the Bradley in the chat is saying that Mazer is showing up on their Facebook page.
Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Well, I put the phone upside down, so we don't know what's going on Facebook.
Yeah, we don't know. It's very cool. But this is. I'm looking forward to trying your stuff, man. I mean, I haven't had any of your since you went pro. I don't think I've had any of your stuff. I've had some of your stuff before you went pro, which was good. You know?
Yeah. And I feel like we definitely upped it up. We've tried that. That was a conscious decision to make some adjustments, and then the scary part, man, like, okay, is this going to translate to a bigger batch? Is this, do the numbers hit the marks? And I just did one of the Facebook then and nows, and there was a picture of us doing a tartaric acid test on some meat. I don't even remember what kind it was, and we've got the 5 little glasses and the mounts and this, and then we're going back and forth. And you're like, I can't do that every day. Like, we got to find our marks. We got to get our recipe. We got to be confident in it. And that's. So we just went back to the drawing board, and we're like, we're going to make this worldly, and that was our goal. So
nice.
We'll fix that problem for you, I think. So
awesome. Mazer Cup dates: 11/6 to 11/9, 2025, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yes.
Mark your calendars.
Those dates are up. We're just trying to still figure out where and when to get bottles.
There's that. That's a good thing. You need to have bottles. Bottles are good.
Again, nobody on blast. We're not.
I know.
We're not shooting. No shots fired. But we're still trying to figure out where bottles and when bottles. So
no, I hear you.
Yep, we're trying to figure out, look at calendars and be like, are we making Mazer this year? Are we not making Mazer this year? It's really conflicted. Like I said, we've heard nothing but great things.
I'm literally less than 100 miles as the crow flies. Now, granted, the ferries don't run in November, so I have to go all the way around the lake. It's like I feel like, okay, it's in Milwaukee. I'd be an idiot if I didn't go.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's like literally, but as the crow flies, if I took the ferry, it's 97 miles.
Easy.
Yeah. But
Easy.
the ferry ain't running in November, which you do not want to be in the Great Lakes in November. That whole there's a whole song about being in the Great Lakes in November.
Yep, there is.
Didn't work out real well for them guys.
Well, I know it real well, and when you said that, I'm like, that came to mind. I'm like,
the winds of November come early. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be anywhere
they
near.
They just found like 60 more wrecks.
Oh yeah.
just recently.
Oh, you can. So. It's wild in the spring when the ice melts before the water gets cloudy from all the action and everything, but it gets really clear right after the ice melts. And if you do like an aerial, you can see the wrecks. of a lot of them that are, there's quite a few of them that are in shallower water. Now, obviously, you can't see like the Fitzgerald because
Fitzgerald, yeah.
the Fitzgerald's in very deep water. The Lake Superior is very deep. So, but there's a lot of it. There was a thing up on one of the local pages, and there's wrecks all over the place around here, everywhere. And there was a ton of shipping that was going on in those days. So,
heck yeah.
Yeah.
Who wants to go all the way around the lake?
Yeah, well, it's that I have to go, and I have to go to get to Milwaukee. I go around through Chicago, so I have to go through Chicago, which is kind of sucks. Yeah. Traffic in Chicago is not fun, but it beats flying, is the way I see it. It's like, I mean, I could fly there, but I'd rather driving on my wheels. Besides, I can tote more mead that way.
I was just gonna say you have a trunk that way.
Yeah, I got my Jeep, so I could just go.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, and thanks to Bradley for pointing out that they actually put it up on their Facebook page.
Excellent.
Yeah.
We'll check that out.
Yeah, I don't know why the website's not updated yet, but it's there.
That's all right. There's a lot to it.
Facebook is easy to update. Websites
it is. Websites are a little bit different.
Mm-hmm. That's the truth.
Yeah, I just shared it to the Got Mead page just on kicks and giggles. But, well, shoot. I know Karen's been like doing worky things and meadery things. And
she's been in the conversation just enough to keep me straight. Like, no,
right. No, that's not right. Do this. Yeah, right. Well, Karen, thank you for that.
She's waving.
All right, cool. It'd be nice to see you guys if you manage to get to, Mazer or Valks or something.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely have a look at it and see what we can get with schedules and whatnot.
Yeah,
and,
I haven't seen you since 2019. I think is the last time.
No, 2020 with Domris.
Oh, right, 2020.
I can't forget because here you go.
Was so much fun.
It's something to win. It's something to get a best of show. It really is something to get a best of show.
It is, yeah.
But when it's the best of show, when you got Vicky from Got Mead that's judging it, you've got Sergio judging it.
We had a great table for BOS that year. It was great.
Yes, and then here you go. I'm literally had like I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know where to go with my hands because they're announcing us, and then everybody got excited because they've never had a best of show actually there, and we just came on the win because. Here you go. People were like, yeah, it's a good time. You got to go to Savannah. Domris is amazing. They have a whole cookout. We're like, cool, we'll go. It sounds like fun. And then to have that happen and then them be as excited as we are just because we were there, I'm like, this is really cool. This is fun.
Yeah. I was really excited for you guys. I thought it was way cool.
Yep.
And they have a Low Country Boil. It's like, woo!
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Standing around the table and crack and crack open oysters and just go to town.
Yep. Amy was there, and then we were heading out, and Amy's like, "Well, let's go ahead and drink." And then the three of us like wound up walking around and like hitting different bars and
nice.
I'm like, we're just doing a whole celebratory thing. So
very cool.
Yeah, 2020 because
I stuck around instead of going back to my daughter was living down there. That's where I was staying with them. So,
you're heading
went back
out,
to play with the grandkids. Yeah.
Yep. I remember it because we got to fly to Savannah and we flew home, and then life just shut down after that. That was and for us, that's what
true. That was like a month before the lockdowns hit because we had we were fixing to have the Mazer not too long after that, and
Yep. That was the last time we flew for a very long time. Yep.
Yeah, I try not to fly unless basically if it's a less than a 10-hour drive, I drive.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like it.
It works out. But we should let you get going, and I imagine you got a full day at the meadery tomorrow. And
bottling.
Oh, fun! Yeah.
Yep. We've got 6 more labels to get bottled up, so we're ready for next weekend, and then Yep, get things in kegs for this Saturday, and
busy.
Doing our thing. Doing our thing. Guys, this was absolute blast. Thank you for having me on.
Thanks for coming
So
on.
much
Told
fun.
you it was going to be easy.
Yeah. I mean, I've listened to enough of them, and I know, like, we're just gonna sit around and shoot the shit. But this time,
this is no different than sitting
Me
around
shoot
in
the
the lounge at a hotel with a bunch of friends.
Sitting around in the lounge of the Omni with bottles in hand.
Yeah.
And
Same shit, different venue is all.
That's it. Simple.
With the occasional stink eye from the staff.
Yeah,
the occasional stink. Yeah. Are you guys
get a little
done yet?
too loud, which we do.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah,
whatever.
That's
it's
the
like, I'm
truth
sorry,
there.
we've been drinking.
Yep. You said we can come. It's your fault. Ultimately,
right? It's your fault. We're drinking, and yeah.
You served us,
guys.
alcohol.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah,
This was
anytime,
fun, Kevin. It was good to catch up. I ain't talked to you in quite a long time as well. And AJ, it was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You know, like say, Valks or Mazer would be cool.
We'll see what we can get thrown on the schedule, and we just kind of appear when we get the chance.
All right, cool.
Very good.
Awesome.
All right,
We'll talk to y'all later.
Have a good
night,
rest of
y'all.
your evening, man. Night, Karen.
Take care.
She's waving. Good night, y'all.
Night.
Bye.
Bye. So, a ton of events coming up. Savannah Bee Company, Greenville, South Carolina on September 10th, Mead and Trivia. September 11th, Kingview Meadery, Pittsburgh, PA. Paz and Ukulele Eddie, live music. It's a great band name. September 12th, Brimminghorn Meadery in Seaford, Delaware. So that's the other location. Has Mead and D&D. September 13th, St. Ambrose Cellars. That's this Saturday. Has their Barn Dance 2025. I got to see if I can talk John into going. He don't dance, so I don't know. September 13th, Viking Alchemist Meadery, Smyrna, Georgia, Mead and Metal Artisan Market. September 13th, Bumbling Fools Meadery in Minneapolis is Play Dungeons and Dragons, a fundraiser for 6 Elements. September 13th, the Oregon Honey and Mead Festival in Medford, Oregon. It's an event by Cascade Girl Organization and the Oregon Honey Festival at Eden Valley Orchards and Winery. That'd be cool. September 13th to 14th, St. Louis Renaissance Festival in Wentzville, Missouri. Ticket includes 4 samples of mead, a mead flask, and entertainment. Festival admission is separate. September 14th, Furrows to Fences in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. From hive to glass, mead making basics. September 18th, Kingview Mead, Pittsburgh, PA, the Honey Earners, live music. September 20th, the Texas Mead Fest in New Braunfels, Texas. Enjoy 8 tasting tickets and a keepsake glass. September 20th, Andrews VFW post number 7620 in Andrews, North Carolina has a medicinal mead class from Gigi is from Nantahala and the Murphy Area Farm and Homestead Bartering Group. So I'm not quite sure what a medicinal mead is, but it sounds interesting. September 27th, Starlight Meadery, Pittsburgh, North Carolina has their Mead Fest 2025, and they will have claws there with all of their birds of prey, which is really cool. I got to hold like a hawk on my arm. It was way cool. I went there for one of those. It's a lot of fun. October 4th, Four Brothers Mead, Festus, Missouri, Viking Festival, and Mead on Main. October 4th and 5th, House on Willow in Adamstown, PA has Mead, Magic, and Mystery. October 11th, the Michigan Mead Cup, Brighton, Michigan. I will be there. That's a competition, so I'll be there judging. There are no public events for that. So if you're a judge, then I definitely would check it out. It's a great comp. October 11th, Premier Prairie Gardens, Spring Hill, Kansas has a mead making class. And November 6th to 9th is the Mazer Cup International in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So you can support your local meadery, as you should. If you don't have a local meadery, or even if you do, also check out shopmeads.com. Mead from all over the country and some really good stuff there. If you want to get your event on Got Mead Live, let us know at gotmead@gotmead.com. We'll be happy to get it out there for you. In the meantime, we're still filling up the rest of the year. So upcoming guests I'll be announcing on the webpage. But we'll see you guys in 2 weeks and be excellent to one another.
Take care.
Night, everybody.
All right, night all. And we're back.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was easy.
Yeah, it was. It was funny how he started out a little nervous because when I talked to him earlier, he's like, Karen's kind of not sure about being. I'm like, dude, we're just sitting around talking. Seriously, it's really laid back.
Twitch is still on.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Hang on. Let me reload the page and see if that fixes it.
I mean, it's not a big deal because I'm the only one in there, but you know.
Yeah.
All right. Is it still live?
Don't think so. At least I'm not hearing the echo.